Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in Tayninh province. Ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of July 21st, Tayninh Provincial Youth Union had the launching ceremony of the peak days of joining hands to build landscape and protect the rural environment and the third rain Sundays of 2024 in Tân Biên district. Attending the events there were Mr. Trần Đăng Tiến, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Youth Union, Chairman of the Provincial Vietnam Youth Union.
Before entering the program, officials, union members and young people spent 1 minute of silence to remember General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng. At the program, the Provincial Youth Union awarded the House of Battery Motor to Tân Biên District Youth Union, presented a symbolic ball of the domestic water treatment system motor to the military command of Tân Phong Commune. Tân Biên District Youth Union also presented a symbolic plaque for the national flag project by Tân Phong Commune Youth Union. Then union members and youth of Tân Biên District planted 200 flower trees along roads in Tân Phong Commune.
In the age of digital technology, telecommunication infrastructure, especially passive telecommunication infrastructure, plays a fundamental role for the socio-economic development. The construction and development of the BTS station is an essential part in perfecting in the infrastructure. However, recently in the province, there has been a situation where some individuals protested and hindered the installations of telecommunication stations due to not being fully aware of the importance of telecommunication infrastructure.
According to the World Health Organization (WHO), there is no scientific evidence to prove that electromagnetic waves from the BTS station at the prescribed level negatively affect human health. The installation and operation of the BTS station comply with strict regulations on radiation safety, ensuring community health. Furthermore, the BTS station brings many practical benefits, contributing to promoting the digital economy, digital society, and digital government. Thanks to a strong telecommunications infrastructure, people have access to services such as e-commerce, online payments, online learning, remote medicine, multimedia entertainment. At the same time, national defense and security are guaranteed, and quality of life is improved.
The audience in the first 6 months of 2024, the total water survey area for equal cultures in Tayninh province reaches 46% over the same period, with an estimated new equal cultures areas of more than 106 hectares, concentrated in Dương Minh Châu, Châu Thành, Bến Cầu districts, and Trảng Bàng Thao.
The new RAPS volume alone is 1,700 cubic meters, an increase of 10% over the same period, produced more than 32 million new fish. Aquaculture output of on case reached more than 3,200 tons. Fishery exploitation reached more than 800 tons. In the field of fishery, the agriculture and rural development sector is implementing two models, including the snakehead fish farming model with a scale of 0.2 hectares of water surface, raising apple snails and stabima snails with a print error of 0.2 hectares. Currently, the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is implementing the plan to inspect and protect aquatic resources in the province in 2024. In the first 6 months of 2024, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment has recited over and coordinated with functional branches and localities to inspect and supervise the implementation of environmental protection regulations by production and business establishment. Thereby, many violating units have been handled. The authorities have inspected industrial parks, export processing zones, and city production, business, and livestock service establishments in the province. Through inspection, the department promptly detected and handled administrative violations in the field of environmental protection for 17 establishments with a total amount of 6.2 billion Vietnam dong. Withdrawal of environmental license for one facility due to discharge of treated wastewater that did not meet prescribed standards into the environment. The Department of Natural Resources and Environment has requested establishments to quickly implement remedial measures and renovate waste treatment works and absolutely discharge wastewater that does not meet standards into the environment. This includes the need of install an automatic monitoring system if there is a discharge scale of 500 cubic meters per day or more by December 31st, 2024 at the latest. If businesses do not comply, they will be handled according to regulations.
Turn to other news, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Nguyễn Văn Nhu, chairman of the People's Committee of Gò Dầu District, had just chaired a regular meeting in July 2024 to evaluate the implementations of the economic social development, defense security tasks in July and direction tasks in August 2024.
In July 2024, the fields of economy, society, defense, security, achieved results as planned. Estimated state budget revenue in July is 24 billion Vietnam dong. Accumulated is more than 187 billion Vietnam dong. Accumulated one is more than 187 billion Vietnam dong, reaching more than 72% of the provincial estimate, reaching nearly 71% of the district estimate. From the beginning of the year until now, the district has implemented 61 new basic construction projects and completed and put into use 44 projects. The fields of health and environment are implemented according to plan, and the political security situation and social order and safety are maintained. The Ministry of Education and Training has just announced that on 6 Vietnamese students participating in the 2024 International Mathematics Olympiad won medals and certificates of merit, including 2 silver medals, 3 bronze medals, and 1 certificate of merit. With this result, Vietnam ranked the 33rd among participating countries and territories. They received a certificate of merit from the organizing committee. The 65th International Mathematics Olympiad was held in the United Kingdom with 609 contestants from 109 countries and territories.
The Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hùng Hà signed a decision promulgating the plan to implement the master plan for developing the national airport and airport system in the period of 2021 to 2030 with a vision to 2050 with important tasks, and in particular, focusing on building and completing the projects on mobilizing social capital to invest in airport infrastructure, to complete solutions and build specific policy mechanisms to create a legal character so fully as a basis for the mobilizing non-state resources. Organizing the preparation and approval of airport planning for the period of 2021 to 2030 with a vision to 2050 to ensure the consistency and synchronization with higher level plans and related plans, ensuring efficiency element planning. The Department of Information and Communication held a meeting with provincial departments, branches, and People's Committee of District, Town, and City to discuss and remove limitations and obstacles in the process of processing documents on the province administrative procedure information system. Delegates changed and discussed differences in the process of receiving and processing documents that affected the digitization of those components, returning electronic results and online payments, thereby proposing come up with a resolution. And obstacles when using the portal system to handle administrative procedures include the lack of close connection between units, slow transmission lines causing interruptions, and reuse of the desired results of administrative procedures, and did not achieve the desired results. Representatives of the Provincial People's Committee of Affairs and the Department of Information and Communications answered the questions and recorded recommendations from provincial departments, branches, and sectors and People's Committee of District, Town, and City to have appropriate solutions for the near future.
Ladies and gentlemen, 70 years ago, the Geneva Agreement on the cessations of the hostilities in Vietnam was signed, opening a rich victory that ended 9 years of long resistance against the French colonial invasions of the Vietnamese people. It has become a brilliant milestone of the young revolutionary diplomacy under the party leadership. Until today, the lesson from negotiating, signing, and implementing the Geneva Agreement still remain valuable for the work of building and developing the country and protecting the fatherland.
On May 8, 1954, exactly one day after the victory of Dien Bien Phu, which resounded throughout the five continents and was world-shaking, the Geneva Conference on Ending the War in Indochina was opened. The delegation of the government of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, led by Deputy Prime Minister and Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs Phạm Văn Đồng, attended the conference with the poster of a victorious nation. This is the first time the fledgling diplomacy of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam participates in a multilateral international conference with representatives of five major countries, including the Soviet Union, China, France, the UK, and the US. After 75 days of intense and complicated negotiations, with 7 plenary meetings and 24 delegation head-level meetings, along with bilateral and multilateral contact activities, on July 21, 1954, the Geneva Agreement on Cessation of Hostilities in Vietnam was signed. So the Geneva Conference consists of two parts. The first part is a military issue. The second part is a political issue. Those two issues reach our point of view when attending the conference. The military issue must be resolved. France must cease fire and withdraw troops from the three countries of Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and France must acknowledge independence and sovereignty and unify the territory of Vietnam. The signing of Geneva Agreement is not only a historical milestone for our nation, but also has epoch-making significance because this is a common victory for the three Indochina countries and the peace-loving people in the world. This agreement, along with the Dien Bien Phu victory, strongly encouraged oppressed peoples to stand up and fight for national liberation, opening the door to the collapse of colonialism around the world. With our country's diplomacy, the Geneva Agreement is the first multilateral international treaty that Vietnam participated in negotiating, signing, and implementing, not only affirming its position as an independent and sovereign nation in the international arena, but also an important milestone in the development of Vietnam's revolutionary diplomacy, thereby leaving many valuable lessons about diplomatic methods and arts imbued with Vietnamese diplomatic identity in the Ho Chi Minh era.
The Orient General Secretary of Vietnam Nguyễn Phú Trọng, published in Korea in mid-May 2024, is the first book in the world written specifically about General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng. While the book was being compiled by the Vietnam News Agency's Public House and preparing to launch the Vietnamese version in Vietnam, author Choi Chun-hyun could not have but be shocked when he heard the news of General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng death.
When the book was just released in Korea, author Cho Chun-hyun opened up extremely moving thoughts about the leader of the Communist Party of Vietnam. It's really very sad. As an author who wrote a book about him, and when the book was about to be published in Vietnam, there is nothing more regrettable that he left so quickly. I will fly to Hanoi with the hope of directly visiting General Secretary. According to the author Cho Chun-hyun, implementing President Ho Chi Minh's teachings on developing the country's economy and improving people's lives, the General Secretary has been steadfast on the path of expanding international cooperation, increasing strengthened integration. In 2014, exactly 10 years ago, when he was still chairman of the National Assembly, he visited Korea and established many foundations for future bilateral cooperation. In particular, he personally visited the office of Samsung Group chairman Lee Jae-yong and encouraged this young chairman in the context that Samsung was going through a difficult times at that time. It was this action that made the entire Samsung Group respect General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, and this can be considered a typical example of his sensitivity and economic diplomacy. General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng has lived a full life with solid roots, that is, belief in the South and ideas that he has pursued. Self-esteem and teen life represents flexibility in implementation measures, bringing many brilliant achievements to the country and long-term practical benefits for the Vietnamese people. In the book about General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, the author summarized the General Secretary's achievements with three phrases: Bắc Hà Scholar, Bamboo Diplomacy, and Burner. Things that which he's called, things that which he called the rich legacy of General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng for the Communist Party of Vietnam, the Vietnamese nation, and the Vietnamese people.
At the Conference on Land Law of 2024 with the topic Effective Implementation Solutions for Investors, organized by Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee on July the 17th, Spur, an investor said that when three laws related to the real estate sector are the land law, housing law, and real estate business law taking effect, expected to remove bottlenecks and clear and real estate market in Ho Chi Minh City. In Ho Chi Minh City, the real estate market in the first 6 months of the year has shown signs of recovery. The National Assembly adoption of the land law, housing law, and real estate business law effective from August 1st of 2024 is expected to remove structural and legal bottlenecks for businesses and bring restored confidence to investors, contributing to helping the real estate markets recover soon. Along with the three new laws, the issuance of resolution concretizing resolution number 98 of the National Assembly by the Ho Chi Minh City People's Council has also shortened many procedures in the land and housing market also. The Land Law of 2024 complies with the law on housing and the real estate business law. Investor is very confident to develop, and the economic organization also have the opportunity to open the market and develop the market and the economy in the real estate market also, and we will have the great progress. According to experts, this sets of three laws will create a new legal corridor, cleaning most of the bottlenecks for the real estate markets when 70% to 80% of existing problems are legal, accelerating the official effective date of in three laws to 5 months compared to regulations will positively contribute to the Vietnamese real estate market also, and this helps quickly resolve market difficulties and obstacles. According to experts, removing difficulties for the real estate market is important for the entire recovery process of the economy. Land law, housing law, real estate business law, and the three sets of laws that play a very important role and significance in the development of Vietnam's real estate market.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.